Welcome back to DLS Wave. We are here once again here somewhere in China. Cheddar, Freedom Jacob Caesar, brought up an idea that when he becomes president, he will want to move the sea all the way to Kumasi. It's been a while, but we are here. We just chanced on this river, and we just want to bring you a sneak peek of what Cheddar was trying to say. So there are many rivers here in China, and they are not just rivers, but they are used for economic purposes as well. They are used to transport goods and services from one place to another. We're just going to take you around to show you the river and some of the uses it has for the people around here. Alright guys, so we've just seen videos and evidence of what the river or a river could be used for economic purposes. What do you guys think? Do you truly believe after seeing this that it is possible what Cheddar was saying about the sea? I don't think he was talking about a sea per se. I think he has come out to explain himself that he's actually talking about dredging the rivers into canals to allow bigger boats to carry heavy loads. So what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's possible in Ghana?
Yes, I think it's possible. I mean, we are in this technology world. Everything is possible. I believe it.
Yeah,
this is possible. This 20 years ago doesn't exist. But now look, it does now. So it's possible.
Yeah, it is possible.
And I think if they didn't do some dredging, these boats couldn't, maybe they were small rivers, but even if you look around, you can see that it's been barricaded nicely, which means some work has been done here.
Yeah, it was quite small or narrow, if I may say, but they extended it.
They expanded it, right?
Yeah, during the COVID time. So these things, it's possible.
And by the way, it's not just here, it's all over China, right? Everywhere you go, you see these rivers, canals that are transporting the boats.
Oh, they even have a fake beach in Nanton. Yeah, so I think everything is possible as long as
I mean, we have a man-made lake in Ghana, so it's not like
exactly.
For me,
stuff is new.
Apart from it being possible, it is what they use it for. That is key. Like
the guy right there is fishing, right?
Yeah, they use it to transport. You can come and fish. Those people who are into fishing and stuff, that is okay. But then they use it to transport a whole lot of stuff, right? And you can see in the shots we have, you can see so many different things, like the sand, the whatever, iron rods, and those
things. It's possible. I think it's possible.
And it actually also stops huge trucks on the road.
Yeah.
You see, so I think it is all about vision and believing it can be done. I think getting the right people to do the job. That's basically.
And someone also asked, how about if we're using these rivers or canals for transportation, is it not going to pollute the water, the very water that we drink? But he also gave he was also saying that you can separate the waters that are used for purification from the ones they use for these transportation purposes, so that you know that some specific waters are just purely for water purification for domestic.
I mean, that goes without saying, right?
Also we can look into the water recycling. That's what China does, you know.
I think he said the same
water
thing.
recycling.
I mean, Cheddar mentioned that.
Right.
So.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, water recycling could be done.
I mean, the point is, so if we're talking about just possibility, it's a no-brainer, right? All around, like, you know, all these developed countries, we see them. Here, this is just one spot, like you said. It's there are lots and lots of, like, you know, canals and, like, you know, dredges, and so, like you said, this used to be smaller, right? But they expanded them. So I mean, they are like way more. Awesome, like, you know, like I don't know, inventions and stuff that people came up with. You know, the ideas were more creative that people did not think it was possible, right? But the point is, if you talk about just possibility, it's absolutely possible.
Yeah.
I do not even know why this impossibility thing is in play. Why is it
from the
impossible?
mindset that we always feel like politicians have failed us, or we are not ever able to do anything for ourselves.
Yeah, but I think also they talk about it literally, right? Like literally, like he's going to bring the sea to Kumasi.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it sounds a
they
bit.
took it
It
from
sounds a bit ridiculous.
Literally,
Exactly from the literal part. But it's
But-
canals, rivers. It's
possible.
For me, it's been done.
Yes, several times.
So it's
Where
like it's
my
something that
surprise was was from the reaction of the public.
The public,
even people on
That you would think, yeah.
yes, people
That
on
would be
radio
like, yeah, sure,
that
why
are
not?
supposed to educate and encourage the people that listen.
Right.
It might sound weird, but it's possible because other countries have been able to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
They were the ones actually mocking it.
Right.
You understand? So the moment somebody has a doubt and you mock the thing, it makes it even worse.
And even
You know?
he was just talking about that, but if you look at Ghana, we already have so huge rivers and lakes that don't need any dredging, that can already serve this purpose. You take the Volta Lake,
Yeah.
when you go to Akosombo, all those places, the river is so big that you can even have a mini ship on it.
I think
so it's not something that we even have to talk about. Dredging is to the inland part of the country, but there are so many big rivers that don't even need any dredging. They can already
And I
be
think
used
the
for
reaction
that.
from the people it has to do with because we've not actually utilized what we have already. You
People think
understand?
it's
So we
it's
haven't
impossible, yeah.
short-sighted.
Yeah.
All right. So the part that he talked about, I mean, dredging and bringing the sea to Kumasi that people are going crazy about.
Yeah.
I feel like people were actually criticizing it because people are like, he should be talking about short-term problems, right? Figuring out how to, get people employed, how people can put food on their table. I feel like people are more worried and concerned about these things being addressed,
Right.
as opposed to bigger projects. So what do you guys think? I think this is like too early in this in his.
I think that's the
career to be
that's the
making promises.
short-sighted part, and that's what we've always done, and that's why we are where we are.
Yeah.
We don't think big. We always think about what we're going to eat tomorrow. But if you think about what you're going to eat in 100 years, what you're going to eat tomorrow will automatically come with it. If you think of just this idea of transporting, can you imagine people who are selling sand, iron rods and all that? They can transport a lot more quantity. And getting these things on these ships requires labor as well.
Thank you.
The people who are going to be working on the ships,
Yeah, so job creation.
job creation, those who are going to be servicing them, those who are going to be offloading, those who are going to be driving cranes, these are all part of the job creation.
The question,
I was
the
about to
question
say
that goes to you is the timing right? Because
Yeah.
people were saying, can you talk about hospitals, schools, fixing our damaged roads and building new roads?
We have hospitals. Don't we? I think we have
yeah, but
hospitals.
people are saying that people are kind of having kids at the maternity wards on the floor, blah, blah, blah.
right.
So these
We do
things got
have
to be
hospitals,
checked.
but
We do
it's
have
the
hospitals.
service.
I know a
the service.
hospital
Yeah, the
that
service.
is it in Legon or something that is not yet being utilized.
Oh, it's-
Just
Yeah, we have the
used now,
buildings.
yeah.
No, we have the buildings. Like when you
So,
go regions.
I mean, building a hospital is not something huge. It can be done within 3 or 4 years.
It's the
if we-
equipment that are necessary.
the equipment
Yeah.
and the
So
quality
it can
of
be
service.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, the hospital thing can be done. It can be done within a space of 2 years.
And I think
No, people, that's not the
Yeah.
point is that they're saying, is it the right timing? Can you address the
But
current
when is the
issues
right
on the ground?
timing?
That's what I don't know,
That's
but
the
that's
question.
what people are talking about.
I understand where they are coming from a little bit because, like you're saying, the hospitals are there, but the services are poor, and not even schools. If you compare schools, and there are a whole lot of stuff that has gone amiss in the
Deplorable,
country.
yeah.
yeah.
But you need to start dreaming big and pushing people towards that dream. Then, listen, when you're able to fix the bigger one, the smaller ones will take care of itself. Easy.
And I
For
also,
me, that is my.
And
my
I also
thinking.
think that even though he's talking about big things, if you're a government or a leader or whatever, you can't develop just one sector of your economy and leave the
leave
others.
others.
Yes.
This is talking is a very ambitious thing for the future. But definitely, if you want to improve the standard of living of the people, these other ones, if you're willing, they are not difficult to do.
Yes.
You can't just say, I'm going to dredge whatever and leave all others. No, your national budget still must take care of other smaller things. But I think people's fear is, or people just think that he's talking about big things, industrialization, to the neglect of other sectors. But no, you can't do that. No matter
But
what,
actually,
you
I'm
still
not
need
cutting
to.
you short. You see, all these developed countries we're talking about, they actually thought of industrialization before the healthcare.
Exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
They actually built their industries. Then they came back to their healthcare, their
and all these
education
things are
system, and other
interlinked.
things.
Even with the river, you talked about how it will serve as an employment to some people, but you can also put a boat on it where you can transfer people to hospitals. Ambulances on this river every single
Yeah, it's just like like you said, source of
you have to look at
transportation and means of
how
transport. Yeah,
the benefits.
The benefits
it's a medium.
are
So it's
enormous.
a medium.
Yeah.
I think the benefits
Yeah,
are
it's a
enormous.
So like you said, it's endless. Yeah.
Yeah,
And also for like
it's-
even
it's
tourism, like
enormous.
you said, right? You
Yeah.
can put some boats in and people can take boats ride,
Right.
jet ski,
Restaurants
whatever.
It can
It's-
serve us so
A
many.
restaurant can be on a boat.
It's even
there.
short-sighted if you look at it. If you build an industrial park, that industrial park alone can have its own hospital.
Exactly.
So you don't even need to invest money in like some big community hospital. If the people working in this enclave have a hospital they go to, that solves the problem for that area. You don't have to spend extra money to go and build ultra-modern hospitals somewhere. So it's like he always says, he believes in building parks, industrial zones where it's integrated. You have everything in place. Then you have this worry. So the industry comes with the hospital anyway.
Exactly.
So you don't. It's not an
Exactly. I think it's possible. I mean, there is nothing. If you put your mind to it, and if we come together and dream with him, I think everything is possible.
issue. Right. We don't want to politicize this too
It is
much.
not
we
politics.
just
We
we just want to show evidence
yeah.
of what he was talking about. And I think we don't want to run too long. So
we cannot, before you wrap up, we cannot sit down looking at other countries where years ago we looked down upon and they've moved so far ahead of us. And yet
We're still doing the
simple
old
stuff
things.
come out and then we go like, oh no, it's impossible. We need a mind change, you know?
Yeah.
We need that
Yeah.
mind.
It's possible,
Yeah.
and we can do it.
Yeah, anything
Right.
is possible.
So we're not doing politics here. We
Yeah.
just wanted to bring you strong evidence of what is possible. We are not saying Cheddar can do it or not. That's not what we are trying to achieve here. What we are trying to say is that it is possible. It doesn't matter if it's Cheddar or whatever. Anyone can spearhead this for it to be done. We have so many rivers that we are polluting now. What are we doing with these rivers? You know, so if someone comes with an idea that we think is laudable, let's support the idea,
Yeah.
not the person. Like he always says, don't look at the messenger, but look at the message.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter if it's Cheddar or whoever comes with ideas that we think are laudable, let's all push it and get ourselves
And
out
support.
of this mess that we are in.
Yeah.
Because look around, people are moving forward and we are still sitting in dusty environments. So this is our message to everyone. Evidence
My brother,
right
don't
here.
get, you are getting too emotional. Too emotional.
Okay,
These guys
see you
are really quiet.
another time.
Thanks
See,
once again for being with
Say
us.
something to our viewers. They are looking for you in the Bahamas.
Subscribe. It's the most important thing. Subscribe.
Peace out.
So we can bring you more content.
Yeah.